For most golfers, the title of this tip will tell you everything you need to know. You're not practicing your putting enough. And it's pretty self-explanatory. And I think most golfers, if they look in the mirror and go, yeah, that could apply to me. It's not necessarily the sexy part of the game, is it? You know, when we go into the golf shop, we're bombarded by the adverts for the big drivers, the golfers who are hitting the ball 300 yards. We go to driving ranges where we are encouraged to drive the ball and hit the ball far and measure how long the drive was. And as we play golf with our playing partners, we're probably striding it out and going, well, I hit it past you on the first hole. I drove it 300 yards on the second hole. I was the longest driver in the group. Nobody ever says, but I took 28 putts and you took 38 putts. Or I 2-putted there and you 3-putted there. That's not sexy, that's not glamorous, that's not boastful. But actually the putting probably has more influence to your golf score than any other part of your game. And certainly if you want to improve your golf, improve your handicap, practicing your putting would, I think, would be the low-hanging fruit, the quick wins, the easy gains. And I think for a lot of golfers, they go, yeah, I practice a bit. I throw a few balls down on the putting green before I go out with my mates. I look at a hole over there. I have a couple of swings. I watch it go towards the hole. And then my mate says, are we ready to tee off, Pete? And I go, yeah, no problem. I pick my golf balls up and I rush off to the first tee. And I tell myself, oh yeah, that was my practice. The reality is we don't put in the hard yards, the hard hours of grinding in a good putting stroke, understanding good distance control, and being able to read the greens. So there's three elements to being a good putter. Reading the greens is one, getting a start line on the intended target line as we want is two, and judging speed control is three. And those three things should really make up the three fundamentals of what you practice, and roughly even amount of time on each. So if somebody said, right, there's 30 minutes, go and practice your putting, that should be 10 minutes reading the greens and practice looking at a hole, working out where to put it, having a few practice puts on that line and seeing whether you were able to read the green correctly. Then spend 10 minutes on distance control. Now, distance control isn't necessarily about getting the ball in, it's about getting the ball close, lagging it up to the hole each time, or even just put a tee peg in the ground in the middle of the putting green and try and lag the ball to the hole. Try uphill putts, try downhill putts, get them to go the right distance. And then the last element, the start line element, can you start the ball on the right line? That would be the sort of thing I would do quite close to the hole, maybe a 3 or 4 footer, try and find a putt that is dead straight and doesn't have any break, and just how many of those putts can I knock in continuously, 1, 2, 3 after another, and that would tell me I've got a good stroke and I can start the ball on the right line. If I'm missing my little shorties, I know there's a start line issue. If I'm long or short of the putt, there's a pace issue. And if I can't read the green for toffee and it's going left and right and I'm not seeing the green, then I know there's a reading the green issue. And those are the three elements to make sure you're practicing your putting enough.